I am Diane in California. I have a listing dry cleaner with the real estate for sale in Vacaville, California. The asking price is 2.7 million and the SDA is $165,000. The seller is motivated to sell. They would like to have a retire after 25 years. And the SBA pre-approval, pre-qualify for the business. So if there is anyone in this meeting interest, please contact me. Thank you, Tanya, and thank you, everyone.
Of course. So Diane, I mean, that's an interesting listing because I'm interested on how the SDE can support the acquisition of both the business and the real estate, and also provide a reasonable living for the buyer.
I am working with many different lenders, and what we came out is I took the net profit
Yeah.
add on the salary of the officer, and then add on the depreciation and appreciation and the interest that the seller pay to the bank, and then we been to we do the amortization for 25 years. The interest is 9.5. 9.5, 7.5 plus 2% from the SBA. And we come up with the monthly, and we use that to cover the monthly that the buyer need to pay to the bank. And it's equal 1.5. So the lender say, okay, Diane, I approve, as long as your buyer have the experience in the industry.
Yeah.
If not,
so you're using an SBA 7A loan, so a combination of the real estate and the business under a SBA 7A, and then because the real estate is worth more than the business, they'll go ahead and amortize the entire package over 25 years.
That's correct.
So, okay, so that brings your payments on. Do you know what is the value between the business itself, the business value versus the real estate value?
Oh, the business is only $500,000 and the real estate is 2.2 million.
2.2.
So, yeah, 2.2.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's awesome, because when you think about what the payments on, a loan to buy a $500,000 business, if you have payments over 10 years versus payments over 25 years, makes a big difference in the size of the payment, right? So, yeah, so a 7A combination, that's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just wanted to break that down for in case other people have opportunities like that, because they may not know that 7As can be used that way for both real estate and business. So
I'll come in here as a newbie. So what are you talking about?
Talking about a dry cleaner with real estate?
Yeah, but like, okay, let's start off with what's the, I heard Diane say SDE. What's that acronym for, Ms. Tana?
Seller's discretionary earnings.
Okay, and then when she said 2.75, you were kind of like, how'd you get this number? So then I saw you writing down numbers. What calculations or what was going through your head?
So initially, I have a something that I'm working with that's a bit larger, and we've been struggling trying to put together a financing package that will work for acquisition of the business and the building together, simply because it's too big for the SBA. So the building, the printing company is worth, I don't know, $7.5, $8 million, and the real estate is worth another $7.5 or $8 million. And so trying to structure that under SBA, you can do a 7A loan, and you guys know that a lot of the lenders will do a pari passu, which is pari passu just means, you know, similar terms or equal terms to what the SBA 7A loan would be on the business. So you can get up to, on a business, you can, you know, you can get loans up to maybe $8 million between SBA. The SBA has a cap of $5 million on the 7A, and then a pari passu you can get another 2.5 to 3 million. So $8 million loan, that's fine, but you have to be able to cover the debt service, right? And so that's the problem that I'm running into, is because of the size, you can't combine and amortize the business over 25 years. So the business has to be amortized over 10 years, which means the payments are going to be higher. So that's what was going through my head, Louis. Initially, when I was looking at the numbers, it was like, there's 165,000 in SDE so the debt service on, you know, on 2.7 million initially, I was thinking about it on a 10-year program as opposed to 25 years. But when you're doing over 25, it makes a big difference. The payments are substantially lower.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Sort of.
It's clear as mud, but okay. We're working.
Clear as mud. Yeah.
And,
No,
and only
SBA
because if
great
you remember,
programs.
two weeks ago, I was dealing with that one residential agent who reached out to me for the biz op with that laundromat and / residential, right? So
Yeah.
to hear stuff like that and how, you know, how Diane went into her mindset, but I haven't reached out to the agent. I just, you know, moved on. But okay, thank you.
Sure. Yeah, SBA. So there's a number of people actually in M&A Source, IBBA, and, you know, they've been. It's, I don't know how many of you guys know Steve Mariani, but with Diamond Financial. But there are a number of people that are trying to get SBA to increase the loan limit up to 10 million from that 5 million cap currently. So, you know, who knows? You can never tell. I mean, certain things just take a long time getting, you know, having Washington change certain things, but you never know these days. So it would certainly make some of the little bit larger, you know, deals in that 15 million, $20 million range. It would give us a lot more opportunity to do those types of transactions if they did increase the limits on SBA loans. But we'll see what happens there. I know they've been working on that for a number of years, and just like the Broker Simplification Act, I mean, it took them 20 years to get that finally passed through Congress and signed into law. So 20 years and over $1 million in attorney's fees and lobbying fees and all of that. I don't even know what the bills were, but it finally got done. So just takes a while, takes time.
Hi,